It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we've got the Chargers' versatile running back. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the Chargers and the Browns, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays. Anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie cornerback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Here we go, back.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Chargers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll try with McKinnon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Patrick Ricard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To the air, Allen. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man as Thielen is complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. On first down now, run with McKinnon. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and 1. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Here's McKinnon, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll try and throw for it here. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people go, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. The mobile, agile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Rolling to his left. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Let's go.
2nd and 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills.
And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker set to kickoff.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Got it.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run it with McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now McKinnon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Jerick McKinnon
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Round 3. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Allen's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Charger drive about to get going. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd and 9 now. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd and 6.
He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Chargers. Jerick McKinnon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On the give, this is Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run again with Harris. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Browns on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This is Harris on the draw. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner?
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They run once more with McKinnon.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 24. 154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Here's McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's 2nd and 8. A dump down to McKinnon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Nick Bosa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at about the 14. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That's it. Ready?
3rd and short, McKinnon. They find some open field here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 173 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop.